All right, Dad. The defense gave up 38 points, but it got the stop on the final play. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But before we get to that final play, how big of an issue is the defense? On the one hand, they technically have the worst pass rush in football. They have 18 sacks this season. And I looked it up. No team has ever won a Super Bowl since they started tracking the stat with fewer than 25 sacks in a regular season. So they're doing something new. On the other hand, they're clutch, as we mentioned. What do you think? And they're well coached.
Yeah, they are well coached. I'm concerned. I'd be an idiot. Well, I'm concerned as an analyst. I'm not emotionally involved, but I'd be an idiot if I didn't recognize it and acknowledge it. I have to ask, in the real world, what team can really take advantage of that defense and beat the 49ers? And I think there are very few teams in that category. I think the Niners can score on anybody. And I think most play callers they face will not be as good as Ben Johnson.
True.
So I think, but it's an act of faith. I believe that they can overcome their defense. I believe they can. And I believe with this defense, they can go all the way. But what I believe and what's going to happen in real life could be different.
The reason I think it's a big issue is the pass rush more than anything. I mean, it's not just bad, it's the worst. It's non-existent. And we've seen it the last few weeks with Caleb. He drops back and stands there. And if he wants to roll to the right, he can roll to the right. If he wants to roll to the left, he can roll to the left. And then when he throws, you see that he was the number one pick. He has his cannon. It seems like every quarterback is going to play their absolute best against the 49ers, from him to 44-year-old Phillip Rivers dicing him up in the first half. You're always going to get the absolute best version of that quarterback that day, and that's scary when you're facing Super Bowl winners. Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, these guys have won Super Bowls and had huge performances. You just let them stand there? I don't know. I mean, you got away with it with Caleb Williams, who isn't experienced, but we'll see.
Iggy, the Seahawks will not score 38 points against the 49ers.
I don't think they will either. I don't think they will.
They're not going to score.
And again, the Niners won't score 42 against the Seahawks.
No, it'll be a more normal game, Iggy.
It'll be more normal.
It'll be a more normal game, and yeah. I think the 49ers defense will perform better against Sam Darnold and the Seahawks than they did against the Bears. I do. That doesn't mean they'll be great.
Still, as shaky as Sam Darnold is, if you just let him stand there and there's no one around him, he has an incredible arm. Not an incredible arm. He's a very good arm.
Okay, I agree. I also know he's someone who can explode. Oh. He can crack up. Oh. When things go bad for him, he's not a kind of guy like Purdy who can shake it off. It gets to him. It's with him on the next play and the next play. And I think if I know it and you know it, Salah knows it. And I think Salah will find a way to get under his skin.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.